Ah, yes, the great outdoors. No, not that great outdoors. This great outdoors. And while, yes, spending time outside during the warmer months is generally enjoyable no matter what you're doing, today we're talking about patios. Picture this. It's late March, you're out for a walk, it's the first day in months that you haven't had to trudge through a meter of slush, and the sun is beating down on your face. You think to yourself,
patio season has finally returned.
Well, not quite. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but nice weather doesn't automatically mean places are going to set up their patio furniture that day or the next. Why not? The answer is permits.
in Halifax, anything related to patios or sidewalk cafes, which is the official name, is regulated by Bylaw S 1003. There are a number of different categories of sidewalk cafes, all of which fall under the umbrella category of seasonal cafe, which have mandatory beginning and end dates. Any seasonal cafe can't legally be put up before April 15th and has to be torn down by November 15th of that same year. This is why patios can't be set up the first week with nice weather. You may be thinking, wait, I've seen patios set up in the winter. This is correct, and no, these places aren't breaking any rules. An establishment can also get a license for a year-round patio.
As an industry hit hard by COVID-19, why didn't more places apply for an annual license? For starters, no one guessed that there was going to be a global pandemic, and normally, patio dining here in December isn't everyone's top pick.
Usually, annual licenses are more expensive, but in May 2020, HRM Council waived fees as an attempt to help alleviate costs. In early April, Council approved a motion to do this again for another year. In November, Council approved a motion for current seasonal cafe license holders to apply for an annual cafe license prior to December 31st, 2020. If they applied before this date, they could extend their patio season beyond the mandatory close date of November 15th. These seem like pretty promising ways to encourage patio use during the off-season, so why didn't we see more of it? We're not in the restaurant industry, so it's hard to say for sure. Though one possibility is that Nova Scotians still haven't fully embraced our northern winters. Our COVID-safe oasis here in Halifax meant restaurants were allowed to have indoor dining, and most people felt comfortable doing so. When given the option between the two, most people would likely pick sitting indoors during January.
This year, we have even more updates on patio permitting permissions. Welcome to Halifax's newest restaurant patrons, dogs. That's right. As announced on March 30th, 2021, restaurants and cafes will now have the option to allow dogs on their patios.
And this has drawn some mixed reactions. Some are concerned about limits to accessibility. Others are worried about not being able to enjoy a meal in peace. These are valid concerns, and the key thing to remember is that not every restaurant is going to choose to allow dogs. So if you're canine adverse, no worries. There will certainly be places where you can enjoy a beverage and a meal without fear of fluffy table mates. For those with pups, it's a convenient option to stop for a drink or meet with friends without having to run Fido home. If your pup is well behaved and fine with crowds, there's a big perk to being able to bring your furry friend to meet your other, less furry friends.
This summer, we hope to see plenty of folks in the great outdoors, perhaps some with a canine companion in tow. Let's make sure to keep supporting local businesses and enjoy the upcoming summer weather safely with pals.